Alright guys, today let's go over the Control Warrior. The Warrior Control deck is a very hard deck to play. This deck is all about keeping your opponent's side of the board completely clear, and then eventually going with a 1-2 shot with Alexstrasza or Grommash to the face, or slowly whittling them down to where they have no further answers for you. Being this deck is a little more complicated than most, I'm going to go over it a little differently. Instead of showing card interactions specifically, I'm going to show general do's and don'ts and strategies about this deck. So let's get started. Okay, the thing I'm going to say first and foremost is this is a very complex and hard to play deck. This deck also requires a lot of patience, not just trying to go straight for the face, but keeping the board control. You might actually get to the bottom of the deck almost 90% of the time. But if I had to summarize this deck in a couple of sentences, it would be this. Build armor, kill minions. Build more armor, kill more minions. Build more armor, kill more minions. You need to look at your health pool as if it's like a bonus. The main goal is to build up as much armor as humanly possible so that Shield Slam will take out larger minions, and that you can survive things like Cthulhu and other large minions. I mean, heck guys, there might be plenty of times where you smack a 17/17 Cthulhu in the face with Gorehowl and then execute it, and still live. But the goal is to pace yourself, take care of everything the opponent throws at you, and then use your win conditions of Alexstrasza with Grommash, or even at least Starseeker, as she'll turn your entire remaining deck into legendaries to win the game. Now let's look at the mulligan strategy I use most of the time. These are the examples of cards I'm typically looking for when I mulligan. But the card I always want to have in my opening hand is Fiery War Axe. A 3/2 weapon at 2 mana will take out all those annoying little cards like, the Northshire Cleric and stuff of that nature, or another Acolyte of Pain. These openers will also give you time to build into a very large hand size so that you'll have answers if the opponent can throw anything at you. Now let's take a look at some of the card interactions and how you would actually play this thing. Be patient with this deck. This is all about slow rolling it, keeping the board under control. I'm actually playing against another Control Warrior I'll use in this scenario. First and foremost, your weapons are for hitting minions in the face, not for hitting your opponent in the face unless you can get the win in one shot with it. Like if your opponent's down to 5 life and you have a Gorehowl with 6 attack left on it. Don't be afraid to trade minions for health. You'll keep yourself alive with Justicar Trueheart, cards like Shield Block, cards like Bash, and other cards that build up your armor very fast. Again, your health pool is a bonus. Armor is your true health pool in this match. The name of the game is to keep trading with your opponent and forcing him to make trades that are not of good value to him. A good for instance, when I put Justicar Trueheart down on the field, the opponent's going to see a 6/3 minion and want to take care of it because 6 damage to the face really hurts. But I've already gotten the value out of her. I get the 4 bonus armor now. Use removal spells wisely. Don't waste an execute on a 2/3 minion, and use Brawl only when the board is out of your control. You don't want to waste a Brawl when you're going to need it later. Pairing Brawl with Sylvanas is really cool. Even if she dies, she's going to take the minion they have left over. Now don't take this as never attack your opponent. You need to attack your opponent. Just focus on optimized trades first, then the opponent's face. Use your 2 Death Rattle minions, both Sylvanas and Bane, to put some sticky minions on the board to give your opponent something to hit as well. Now, you don't have a lot of minions in this deck, so you don't want your opponent to continuously go to the face. You want to have them make some trades. As hard as it is, try to keep a Revenge in your hand. You can use it later when you have 10 mana to bump Grommash up to 10 attack so he can go to the face for 10. Okay folks, let's do a quick summary. Try to avoid using your weapons to go to the face. Use them to kill minions. Only go to the face if that actual attack will cause you to win. Keep building armor. If you're not building armor almost every turn, you're doing something wrong. Now, there will be some turns where you won't build armor, but for the most part, you should be hitting your hero power every time you can. Be patient. This deck is slow, but it is very effective. Focus on trades, focus on whittling your opponent down, and focus on using the in-game rush to kill your opponent. And lastly, don't panic. Don't worry about hitting minions in the face and losing some health. You heal better than a priest anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed and I hope it helps. Please like and subscribe, as I like to post these videos and would like more of you to see them. Peace out and have a great one.